Okay, I'm opening the file. Oh yeah, still running. Not too sure why it's slow. Okay, so regardless of which questions you have done wrong, which questions you have done correctly, I'm going to discuss all of them. Okay, I'm going to discuss all of them. Okay, so paper one, okay, in the actual IGCSE exam, you have 35 questions. Okay, always 35 questions for the paper one. And it is 1 hour and 15 minutes, which means 75 minutes. Okay, this is 75 minutes. So how much time should you spend for each question is very important. Okay, in order for you to avoid having not enough time when you are near the end of the exam, okay, in the exam hall. So you take 75 minutes, divide by 35 is about 2 minutes per question. Okay, a bit more than 2 minutes per question. But so let's be conservative. You should spend 2 minutes per question. Okay, now if we start, yeah. So make sure you bring your watch to the exam. Okay, first one, this question you did before. Okay, you did it with me many months ago. You saw this question in part 2. The question asks you, what was the profit or loss for the year ended 31st March 2019? Okay, and you have been given started a business on 1st April 2018 with capital 90,000. You have just started your business on this day. You call this as opening capital. Opening capital. Okay, since you have started your business on this day, we call this as the beginning of the year. Okay, and that amount, opening capital. Following info has been given. NCA given, CA given, current liabilities given, drawings during the year given. Okay, if you cannot link to anything that you have learned, then you will find it very difficult to do. You're not sure how to start. Okay, but if you have revised all the topics and you are very familiar with every topic that you have learned, then you should you should be able to easily link this question to something that you have learned. This is from the part 2, this equation. You have to make use of this equation. NCA plus CA. The original equation is A equal to C plus L. That's the accounting equation. Then you expand the equation. You expand the equation. A, you make it become NCA and CA. And the C, you make it become opening capital plus profit minus drawing plus additional capital. Okay, where did I get all these items? It's from the SOFP, statement of financial position. Statement of financial position. Okay, remember SOFP? You do it many times. You do it all the times. You have NCA, CA, capital, then NCL and CL, right? That's statement of financial position. Okay, so if you focus on the capital section, you have all these things. Okay, opening capital plus profit minus drawing plus additional capital. Additional capital is also known as capital introduced. Okay, and now last item in the equation, L, expand it also to become NCL plus CL. It is through using this equation that you can solve the MCQ here. So put in the numbers into the equation. Your missing figure is in this question, drawings is in the SOFP. The single word drawings is in the the single word drawings is in the income statement. In SOFP, statement of financial position. It is deducted in the capital section. If you see drawings of goods, that's in the income statement. Okay, single word drawings in the SOFP, drawings of goods in the income statement. Okay, so put in the numbers. You have NCA here. Okay, so put it in 75,000 plus 32,000. So once you have used any number, cross them off. Okay, opening capital 90,000 plus this is a missing figure. This is the unknown. Drawings 19,000. Okay, you see, now you can see the benefit of removing numbers that you have used. Because right now I'm near the end of completing the equation, I know which number I've not taken. I know which number I've not taken. You see, okay, so ensure that whenever you have used any number, cross them off. You can also avoid not taking any numbers that, sorry, you can also avoid leave out any numbers not used. Okay, you can also avoid leave out any numbers not used. And okay, continue. So after drawings, you have only one more item, current liability. Okay, why don't I see non-current liability? Is it a must to have borrowing? Is it a must to have borrowing? No. Okay. So if they don't have that, don't just ignore. The same goes to additional capital. You don't have it in the question here. You don't have NCL here. Okay, but you have the rest. And if you go on and calculate, I do it slowly. Yeah. Okay. $12,000. You should get a 12,000 positive number. Positive number means is profit. So answer is B. Okay, answer is B. Okay. Now next one. This question also the same. Your question in the exam, do they actually give like the 4 boxes for MCQ? What 4 boxes? I don't understand. Don't worry. In the exam for MCQ question, you will be given 35 questions and then one more sheet of paper for you to shade the answer. They give you 4 boxes. You have to shade whether it's A, B, C, or D. So you have to shade, okay, with your pencil. Okay, you know what to do, right? The boxes, okay, fill it with your ink. Okay, fill it with your ink. If you choose is B. Okay, so in the exam, you are given the question paper. Up to you what you want to do with it. You want to draw any picture also can. Up to you. Okay, nobody would care about your question paper. They will only care about your answer sheet. Okay, next question is asking you for profit or loss for the year again. This question was not in any part of my materials, so it's kind of fresh to you, but it's the same thing. It tells you that on this day, your capital is 47600. And at the same time, I can see that here is another date. If you compare these two dates, it is actually, it forms an accounting period because there are 12 months in between. So you call this as opening capital. Okay, and you call this as closing capital. During the year, he introduced his personal motor vehicle into the business. Whenever you see the word introduce, most likely is about additional capital, where the owner put more things into the business. It can be money, it can be anything. So this is additional capital. Drawings during the year, 7500. Once again, the same technique that I used to solve the first question, we use it in the second question now. And you can get the answer. Very easy. So let me copy this equation. to be used in the question, this question here. Okay, now you have assets. Do you have assets? Hold on, yeah. This question is slightly different. You are not given NCA and CA. You are not given NCL and CL. Agree? You don't have, they don't show to you all the assets. They don't show to you all the assets. They don't show to you all the liabilities. That means for this question, you only need to make use of this part of the equation. Okay, this part means the capital section of SOFP only. The capital section. So in the SOFP, after the assets, you have the capital section where you start with opening capital plus profit for the year minus drawing plus additional capital equal to closing capital. Now, this is what you need to use for this question. Okay, so not the entire accounting equation. Okay, now put in the numbers. Opening capital is how much? Opening capital, oh, is given. Okay, 47600. So put 47600 here. And then additional capital is 12500. 12500. Drawings 7500. Closing capital 51250. What's the missing figure? The missing figure is the profit or loss for the year. Okay. So can we find the answer? Of course, yes. If you have an accounting textbook, there's a topic known as incomplete records. Incomplete records. But I don't see the point of having that topic because that's actually a combination of a bit small part from a topic, another small part from another topic, and so on. Okay, it's just about finding the missing figure. If you have learned everything completely without knowing this incomplete records topic, even without knowing it exists, you can still do the questions. Okay, like what I'm doing here. So this is also about incomplete record because this is missing. Okay, how to get the answer? Start with 51250. Okay, you can get the answer from this equation. I got a negative 1350. Okay, so what does the negative indicate? The negative indicates it's a loss. Okay, negative 1350. So answer is A. Okay, answer is A. Okay, what were the purchases for the year? This time they're asking you for a missing figure known as purchases that appears in the income statement. Agree? Purchases appears in the income statement. Provide the following info at the end of the first year of trading. If you notice, all these items are all in the income statement. Okay, so how to solve? Firstly, you try to establish the order first, the order of these items. How are they like in the income statement? Which come first, which come next, and so on. So arrange. Revenue should come first. Do you have sale returns? No. Then ignore. Do you have opening inventory? Don't expect to have that. It says first year of trading. So nothing that's at the beginning of the year. You have nothing at the beginning of the year. So no opening inventory. Next is purchases. Next is purchases. Number 3, closing inventory. Number 4, expenses. Number 5, profit for the year. Yeah, that's how they are in the income statement. Okay, that's the order. That's the order. Unless you have forgotten how to do an income statement, then for sure you cannot record what items are in the income statement and how they are arranged. So firstly, form an equation following the order first, following the order of their arrangement first. Revenue minus cost of sales, right? And inside the cost of sales, you have purchases, which is the missing figure, minus closing inventory, close bracket, okay? All the figures within the bracket, they form the cost of sales section. Okay, this is cost of sales section. And what else do I need to include? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 more items. Minus expenses equal to profit for the year. Okay, now we have successfully formed a correct account. This is not accounting equation, okay? This is in the income statement. This is the equation that I formed based on the income statement. This is not accounting equation. Don't ever think that when you see equation, when you see the equal sign is accounting equation. No, okay? It is A equal to C plus L, that is equation, accounting equation. Okay, now, how to solve it? Very easy. Put in the numbers. 5,000 minus purchases is the unknown. Put it as an unknown. Minus closing inventory. Okay. Once used, cross them off. Minus expenses equal to profit for the year. Just do like what you do in math. Solve for the purchases. Find what is purchases. Take care of the bracket and minus. Okay, it's a common mistake made in mathematics. Okay, don't forget to apply the minus to this and this item. Okay, I did math before, so I'm aware. So minus purchases, minus plus. Okay, many times students forget to apply the minus into all the things in the bracket. That's a common mistake. If you don't have the brackets, you are wrong. You see, if you don't have the brackets, you will put a wrong sign for the closing inventory. You will put a wrong sign for the closing inventory, right? Because if you observe the income statement, you are taking the revenue minus the cost of sales. And for cost of sales number, you calculate it using opening inventory, purchases, carriage inward, and also closing inventory. So all these numbers form the cost of sales. That's why I use bracket. Okay, must have the bracket. Otherwise, you would have the wrong sign. Okay, so with this, you can solve what is purchases. Okay, let me write down one more equation. Purchases equal to 500 minus 5,000 minus 800 plus 1,004. And don't forget about the negative purchases. Put the negative here first. Okay, later we apply it to the other side. Okay, so negative purchases equal to negative 3900. Since the negative appears on both of the sides of the equation, I can remove the negative. Okay, this is what you do in mathematics. So answer is B. Answer is B. Okay, answer is B. Okay, we see the next one, yeah. Maybe I should give you a few seconds before I move on. Okay, every time I've done, maybe you are still writing down or anything. 10 seconds, okay, 10 seconds. And then move on to the next question. Of course, for those who got it right, maybe you have nothing to write. Okay, okay, next. How is profit for the year calculated? So this one, is about the capital section that's in the SOFP again. Agree? Okay, because I see opening capital, drawings, closing capital, and profit for the year. Okay. Common mistake made by students. They know that they know how to solve this question. Okay, they know that they know how to solve this question. But they try to do it in their mind. They try to arrange the items in their mind. Consequently, they choose the wrong answer. They choose the wrong answer, really. Okay. The easiest way, the safest way to solve the question is by writing down. Okay, by writing down, really. So you arrange them in the proper order first. This one comes first, this one comes next, and then this one, finally this one. Arrange them in the correct sequence first. Opening capital plus profit for the year minus drawing equal closing capital. Then only you try to rearrange. Okay. Rearrange not using your mind. You rearrange by writing down. Okay, by writing down. So you need to put the P at one side. So that means you have to move the other two to the other side. Okay, so profit equal to closing capital minus opening capital plus drawing. Okay, now which is the answer? Answer is, one of you told me answer is D. Okay, you see? Without writing down and observing carefully, you would choose the wrong answer. Okay, yeah, I just said a moment ago. Okay, but you are still learning from it. So make sure that closing capital you have plus in front. So C and D are for sure wrong, because you need to have positive in front of closing capital. Minus opening capital, ensure that you have minus opening capital. Okay, I see them here. Plus drawing. So answer is A. Okay, answer is A. I give you 10 seconds. Okay, if you have something to ask or you are still writing down, okay, you go on and do so. Okay, and then I move on to the next question. Okay, so you see, by writing down, you can see more carefully. Okay. Don't try to rearrange it in your mind. Okay, this question. So the same thing, okay, because everything that you see here, all the questions that you see here, they are from the part 1 to 5 knowledge, okay, and this is still about the part 2, okay, this is question for the part 2. What was owner's capital? Okay, here it doesn't mention whether it's opening capital or closing capital, but if you try to observe, SOFP show the following. You have been given NCA, you have been given CA, NCL, and then CL. So all these are the things in the SOFP, right? So if you form A equal to C plus L, and you are not given drawings, you are not given profit for the year. So this capital must be referring to this alone. Okay, A equal to C plus L. Easy to get the answer? Yes. Take the A minus all the L, then you can get the C. Easy? Okay, A minus all the L. A minus all the L. That means you take these two minus the other two. Answer is point. Okay, answer is point. Okay, once again, 5 seconds. The 5 to 10 seconds is for you to copy down anything you want, or you want to ask any question, okay? Ensure that you know how to do, okay? Now, next one. What is the cost of sales for the year ended 30th April 2012? Where does cost of sales appear? In the income statement. It's asking you what figure is that. Provide the following info. Sales, expenses, profit for the year, where do they appear? Income statement. Now, arrange in the proper sequence first, in the correct sequence. This comes first, this comes next, then this comes next, lastly this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then write down an equation. Sales minus cost of sales minus expenses equal to profit for the year. Okay, now easy to solve? Yes, super easy, unless you click the wrong figures in your calculator. One of you is asking how we know expenses here is not other expenses. I'm not saying that this is not other expenses. This is other expenses. This is other expenses. The expenses section that you see in the income statement, that is other expenses section, but we don't show the word other. We never show the word other. So remember, this is your income statement. Here you show gross profit. Then after that, you plus other income. Then you minus expenses. Then you get profit for the year. The expenses that you see in the income statement, that is actually other expenses. But we never have the word other in front of the word expenses. Okay, that's the figure in the income statement, 15,000. Okay, now put in the figure, then you can solve the question. Okay, now how to solve? Very easy. Okay, 10,000 minus 60,000 plus 15,000. Don't forget about the minus sign, okay? So I'm supposed to bracket them, then put minus in front, okay? Answer is B, boy. Answer is boy, okay? Unless you press the wrong figure into your calculator. Let me check again. Okay, correct. Okay, again, 5 to 10 seconds. And then we move on to the next one. Okay, next one, yeah. Okay, now, here starts with questions about part 3. Okay, questions about part 3. Double entries. How did Tara record this? Okay, you have been having lessons with me for a long time, and you should know how we solve the question. We always see what the question wants us to do first. Okay, especially when it's a very long question, you must always see what they ask us to do first. See the requirement sentence. So when they're asking you how somebody should record something, that means we are that somebody. When you see a lot of names in a given question, you must know who we are. What is our name? What is our name and whether we are customer or supplier? Okay. So our name is Tara here. Next will be to ask ourselves, we are customer or supplier. Lisa returned goods previously purchased from Tara. So we are supplier. Okay, we are Tara, we are supplier. So here is about returning goods, right? Very obvious, agree? It's about goods returning. When you are the supplier, you call the returns as sales returns. When you are the supplier, you call the returns as sales returns. When you're the customer, you call it as purchasers returns. Agree? Okay. Now, what are the double entries? Answer is D. Debit sales returns, credit Lisa. Okay, it's straight from the note and nothing to explain here. Okay, nothing to explain here, really. Okay, double entries are just like what they are. Okay, so answer is D. Okay, again, 5 to 10 seconds, then I move on to the next one. Okay, next one. How was this recorded in Sarah's ledger? Okay, when they're asking you how something should be recorded in somebody's ledger, that is also referring to us. Okay, we are Sarah here. So next will be to ask ourselves, we are customer or supplier. Sarah sold goods. Okay, so we are supplier. On credit to direct. Okay, so when you sell goods, you may collect cash on the spot, you may collect check on the spot, or you don't collect on the spot. That means you don't collect payment immediately. We call it on credit. We don't collect payment immediately. So direct would owe us money. If you collect cash, you debit cash. If you collect check, you debit bank. If you sell it on credit, you debit the customer's account. Okay, this is straight from my part 3 materials. We should debit customers here. Answer is either C or D. Next, C cannot be the answer because you didn't make payment, right? We are Sarah. We didn't pay with cash to anybody. So for sure, answer is D because credit sales. Okay, answer is D. Okay, this one, okay, 5 to 10 seconds, then I look at the next question. Okay, next question. This is also easy. How is this recorded in the ledger? Trader took goods costing 100 for his own use. Okay, this is known as drawings. Own use can be also known as private use, or we call it domestic use. Private, domestic, own, personal use. Okay, so this is known as drawing. You can take anything out of the business for personal use because we are the owner. Okay, you can take anything out of the business for personal use. It can be goods, it can be money, okay? It can be cash or check. So here is about goods. We should debit drawings, then credit purchases. Common mistake made by students, they credit either goods or inventory, which are wrong. Answer is B. Answer is B. Okay, so all of you, double entries, you need to master them. Cannot make any mistakes. Okay, otherwise you will make a lot more mistakes in the correction of accounting error topic. Remember, there's a topic part 11 where you are given errors and you have to correct them. If we don't even know what is correct in the first place, we cannot do correction, right? Okay, that's why foundations need to be very strong. It's not inventory, okay? Have to refer to your notes again. Okay, now next page. Yeah, I know inventory is goods, but purchases also means inventory. We remove it from the purchases, not inventory. Yeah, that's the way it is. There's no explanation here. Okay, these are the data entries. These are the data entries. Okay, invented by the inventor of accounting. We have to create purchases. Okay, next question. Which statement is correct? Which statement is correct? Following account appeared in Jacob's ledger. Okay, I obviously see a few names given here, 2 names here. Once again, have to know who are we first. Have to know who are we first. First fact you have to know, we would never open an account of our own name. Okay. Let's say your name is Ali. Your name is Ali. And you are doing accounting for your own business. We are Ali, okay? You would never open your name's account, okay? You would never open an account of our own name. Unless you tell me there's somebody else named Ali, okay, then it's okay. Okay, but they will not give you such situation in the exam, don't worry. Okay, so first fact is we would never open an account of our own name. So could we be Cindy here? No, we are not Cindy for sure. Okay, because we would not open an account of our own name. We are Jacob. We are Jacob. Okay. Now, next thing to identify is who is customer and who is supplier. Okay, and you have to observe Cindy's account. Observe Cindy's account, then you will know. And you look at the entries, especially this one, the ones in yellow. So how does this entry comes about? This entries comes about by crediting Cindy and debiting purchases. So what would make you do such entry? Credit Cindy, debit purchases. It is buying goods on credit from Cindy. Buying goods on credit from Cindy. So you will credit Cindy, debit purchases. Okay, so who do you think Cindy is? Cindy is supplier. Cindy is our supplier. We are the customer. Don't tell me that this is credit purchases, okay? Don't tell me that this is credit purchases. This is wrong. You have to focus on the number. Okay, I've mentioned many times, you have to focus on the number, position of the number, and the name of the account. Okay, this is crediting Cindy, not crediting purchases. Okay. So let's see which is correct. A, Cindy paid Jacob 441. Cindy is supplier, right? So supplier paid customer 441 by check on 29. Is that what happened? No. How can Cindy pay to Jacob 441? It is the other way around. Jacob paid to Cindy. So A is wrong. B, Cindy purchased goods. Cindy purchased goods? No. Okay, then you look at 14 again. It is Jacob buying goods, okay, not Cindy. Okay, now wrong. C, Jacob allows Cindy discount? No, we are customer. How can we allow our supplier discount? Wrong. Lastly, Jacob owes Cindy. This makes sense. Customers owe supplier 450 on August 1st. August 1st, this one? Yeah, correct. So answer is D, donkey. Answer is D. Okay. Okay. Again, 5 to 10 seconds before I move on to the next question. Okay, yeah. So that's how you solve this question. Have to know who are we, and then has to know who is the other person, customer or supplier. Okay, now next one. Here involves discounts that you learn from the part 3. Recall that there are 2 types of discounts: trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount is for buying in bulk. When customers buy in bulk, we give them trade discount. For cash discount, it is for on-time payment. When the customers who owe us money pay us punctually, then we give them cash discount. Cash discount is also known as discount allowed and discount received. When we are the supplier, we call it as discount allowed. When we are the customer, we call it as discount received. When the question asks you, what are the 2 types of discount, ensure that you write these 2 words only: trade discount and cash discount. When they ask you, for example, they give you a discount, they ask you what type of discount is this, you never write your answer as you never write your answer as discount allowed or discount received. Okay, these are not the names of the types. Okay, these are not the names of the types. Okay, types means either trade discount or cash discount. Okay, now let's see the question. Which amount did Tumelo enter in his purchases return journal. Okay, this is linked to part 4. Okay, this is linked to the part 4. Purchases return journal is in the part 4, page 49. Okay, it's in the part 4, page 49. And that's the page that many students keep forgetting how it works. Okay, the sales journal, sales return journal, purchase journal, and purchase return journal, they are all in the part 4, page 49. So it's asking you what amount did Tumelo enter? On 2nd September, purchase goods on credit, list price 4200, less trade discount of 20%. Okay. So this is buying goods on credit. Original price is 4200. So this is supposed to be recorded in purchaser journal, and the amount used will be 4200 times 80%. 4200 times 80%, you will put into purchase journal this amount 3360. Okay. Now, and a cash discount of 2% if the invoice was paid within 30 days. But has it been paid right now? No, it is still on credit. On credit means still owe. Okay. Okay, next line. 5th of September, Tumelo returned 1/3 of the goods to the supplier. Okay, how to calculate 1/3? 1/3 means 1/3. Okay, 1/3. So you have to take 3360 times 1/3. Then this is the amount that will appear in the purchase return journal. Okay, this is purchase return journal. So you notice this question, they have given you something that you don't need to use. It is the cash discount because that's not relevant. There's no payment yet. Okay, payment has yet come into the picture. So just ignore the cash discount that's given. Okay, never expect to use all the information given in the question. You have to know what you need to achieve. Then you only take the things that you need. Okay, never always expect to use all the things given. 1120. That's why answer is B. Okay, so try to digest. Okay, I give you about 10 to 15 seconds this time. Okay, seems like everyone is okay. Now, next one. Which accounts would appear in a purchases ledger? This question you did before. You had this question in the part 3. And it's about the book which is known as ledger. And this book contains all the T accounts. Okay, all the accounts are in the ledger. All the T accounts are in the ledger. And in this ledger, you can think of this as a book. Okay, and this book contains 3 chapters. This book contains 3 chapters. First chapter, sales ledger. Second chapter, purchases ledger. Third chapter, nominal ledger. That's a very, very simple topic that you did with me in part 3. Okay, synonym, general ledger. These are the names of the sections. Okay, these are the names of the sections. Remember? Okay, what are in the sales ledger section? In the sales ledger section, or you call it chapter, okay, in this book, it contains all the customers' account. All the customers' accounts are in there. In the purchase ledger, you have all the suppliers' account. And for accounts that are not person's name, okay, that means it's not a person's name account, then it belongs to the nominal ledger. Okay, so very easy. That means all remaining accounts they belong to the nominal ledger section. First one, so it's asking you which accounts appear in the purchase ledger. So purchase ledger should contain suppliers account only. So what is common mistake made by students? Common mistake made by students, they choose this because they see the word purchases. They choose this because they see the word purchases. No, okay. These 2 and 3, they belong to the nominal ledger section because it's a known person's name account. Okay, it's not a person's name account. And the same goes to first one. Okay, the first 3 of them belong to the nominal ledger section. Last one, Sadi supplier. Okay, so a supplier account appears in the purchase ledger. Answer is D. Okay, okay, 5 to 10 seconds. Then I move on to the next one. Okay, now next page. We are almost halfway through the paper. Okay, there are 35 questions. How many have I discussed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Okay, now next page is this. Okay, for which accounts does the cash book act as ledger? Basically, this question is asking you, in the cash book, what accounts do you have? Okay, what accounts make up the cash book? Okay, cash book contains what accounts? Common mistake made by students. The common mistake made by students. Okay, so this is how a cash book looks like. In case you have forgotten how it looks like, you have the bank column here. You have the cash column here. You must also remember what discount is here. The one on the left is discount allowed. Okay, sometimes they will ask you, okay, what is the discount that appears on the debit side or the one on the credit side? The one on the credit side is discount received. And you have the details column. You have the date column. The same goes to the one on the credit side. Okay, I don't have enough space here. Detail and date. Okay, you must always remember cash book contains only 2 accounts. Here is the debit side of cash account. Here is the credit side of cash account. Here is the debit side of bank account. Here is the credit side of bank account. And you see, here is discount allowed. Here is discount received. Do you see the debit side and credit side of discount allowed? If you tell me that this is debit side of discount allowed, where is the credit side of discount allowed? No. Okay. So basically, discount columns in the cash book, they are not acting as accounts here. Okay. They are just the discount allowed and discount received column. They are not accounts here. So ensure that you choose only D. D is the answer. Common mistake made by students, they may go and choose the A. Okay. So remember, in the cash book, the discount columns are not the accounts. Okay. Discount columns are not the accounts. For an account, you must have the debit side and credit side of that thing. Okay, so do you see debit and credit side of discount received? Do you see debit and credit side of discount allowed? We don't. Okay, so answer is D. Okay, one of you tell me we still make T accounts for the discounts, but do you see T account for discount allowed here? Can you tell me where is the credit side of discount allowed? No. Can you tell me where is the debit side of discount received? No, it's not here. So cash book contains only cash account and bank account. For it to be valid as an account, you must have debit side and credit side. But I don't see the credit side of discount allowed here. I don't see the debit side of discount received here either. Okay, so that's a common mistake by students. Students tend to choose A. Okay, 5 to 10 seconds. If it says discount, still wrong. You would never just have single word discount in the cash book. You would never just have the word single word discount here. It is always discount allowed on the debit side, discount allowed received on the credit side. You would never see the single word discount in the cash book. So even if it's in general, also no ledger account. You are saying in the nominal ledger, right? Yes, in the nominal ledger, you have discount allowed account and discount received account, but not in the cash book. Not in the cash book. Yes, there is discount received account but in the general ledger, inside the general ledger. And discount allowed account is also in the general ledger, but it's not in the cash book. Discount allowed and discount received accounts are not in the cash book. Okay. Okay, we see the next one, shall we? You must remember what to do whenever you are done with the cash book, which is something many students forget to do. When you are done with the cash book, you must remember what you will do with the discount columns. Let's say you have a discount amount here, 50. That's discount allowed, okay? And then let's say here you have 40. That's discount received, okay? You have to remember to bring these two. You have to remember to bring these two. Discount allowed account, debit side. Then here you write total for the month. Here you write total for the month. Okay. If the question asks you to do the discount allowed account after the earlier part asks you to do a cash book, this is what you do. Okay. Bring the total to the debit side. Don't split. Okay. Don't split the 50 into individual numbers. If they ask you to do a discount received account following the cash book, you have to bring the 14 to the credit side. 14 here. Here you write total for the month. Total for the month. Okay. This is something that you have to remember. If such question comes up, quite likely that students will not know how to do. Okay. And if you remember, then you know. Okay. So this is something many students forget to do. Okay. Okay, then you are telling me then both discounts still have ledger account, but can you see the discount allowed inside the cash book? Can you see I placed the discount account inside the cash book? No, it's not in the cash book. After you have transported the figure to this account, then the discount allowed account appears. It's asking you for which accounts does the cash book act as ledger account? Only cash and bank account. Only cash and bank account. Okay, after you have transported the figure, then only the discount received and discount allowed accounts appear. Okay, must remember cash book contains only two accounts, cash account and bank account. Okay, next question. What would be recorded in the general journal? Okay, general journal, what is it? It is one of the 7 books of prime entry. Remember the 7 books of prime entry? The sales journal, sale return journal, purchaser journal, purchase return journal, cash book, petty cash book, and general journal. 7 names of the 7 books of prime entry must remember. Okay, the names of the 7 books of prime entry you must remember. Certain questions in the paper 2, they may ask you, what is the book of prime entry? What is the book of prime entry that is used to record something? So if you don't even remember, okay, what are 7 books of prime entry? I cannot even remember this word exists, books of prime entry. Then for sure you would answer wrongly. Okay, so let's recall what is the purpose of a general journal. What is the purpose of a general journal? Okay. For those who learned this topic with me in the early stage, okay, that means many months ago, at that time, I have not invented such explanation, okay? But nowadays, I can explain general journal quite well. Okay, later I explain to you. I have this. That means I have discovered a better way of explaining what is the purpose of general journal. Before that, let's see the purposes of other book drop entry first. So sales journal is used to record what? When you sell goods on credit. Okay, which means credit sales. When you have credit sales, you record into the sales journal. Okay, whenever you sell goods on credit, you record into the sales journal. Sale return journal. When do you record into the sale return journal? When customer return goods to us. When customer return goods to us, we record into the sale return journal. And when do you record into the purchase journal? When you buy goods on credit. Buy goods on credit. Okay. And when do you record in the purchase return journal? When you return goods back to the supplier. Return goods back to the supplier. Okay, all these are in your part 4. Okay, all these are in your part 4. What is the use of cash book? When you receive money and make payment of money. Okay, whenever you receive money or you pay with money, you record into the cash book. Okay, what about petty cash book? When you spend your petty cash, it's in your part 5. Okay, when you spend your petty cash, then you record into the petty cash book. What is the purpose of general journal? Okay, do you know recycling activities? Recycling activities where you have a lot of dustbins. You could have the first bin known as papers bin. Second one, it could be plastic. And then third one, it could be aluminum cans. And then you could have an electronic goods bin. Yeah, this is the more advanced bin. Not sure if you have come across. Okay, electronic goods bin. And one more. Plastic, papers, aluminum can, glasses. Okay, glasses. So I always tell, okay, what about things that you cannot recycle? Things that you cannot recycle, you put it into the last dustbin, right? Last dustbin, which is known as rubbish. Okay, the bin that is meant for rubbish. Anything that you cannot recycle, you cannot classify it, you cannot categorize it into paper, plastic, or aluminum. We call it as rubbish, irrecyclable. So you put it into the last dustbin, that rubbish. The general journal is the last dustbin here. Okay, when we talk about book drop entry, the general journal that we have here, you think of it as the last dustbin because that's the purpose. That's the purpose of the general journal. Whenever you see a transaction that you cannot record into sales journal, you cannot record into sale return journal, cannot record into other book drop entry, that means it will go into this last dustbin, general journal. Because if you see the part 4, it will tell you that function of general journal is used to record transactions that cannot fit into other book drop entry. Okay, that's why I call it the last dustbin. Okay, the analogy here. Okay, I think this is a very good analogy. So think of it as the last dustbin, general journal. Okay, now we see the answer. What would be recorded in the general journal? Cash sales of goods. Sell goods and receive cash. This means record it into the cash book. Because you receive money, right? We receive money. Credit sale of goods means sell goods on credit. Record it into the sales journal. Returns outwards, must know the synonym of returns outwards. Out, getting out of our business. Must be us returning goods out of our business back to the supplier. This is known as purchases returns. So record this into purchases return journal. So which is the answer? Answer is A. A is about bad debt, or we call it irrecoverable debt. Cannot be recorded into any other book drop entry. You only have one option, which is general journal. Okay, the last dustbin. So answer is A. Okay, again, 5 to 10 seconds before we move on to the next question. Okay, 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, now let's continue. Which amount is entered in the customer's account to record the sales? Let me erase the upper part here, okay? I need the space to do the right thing. Okay. You must first know trade discount amount never appears in the T-shape, okay? It never appears in the T-shape. Trade discount amount never appears in the T-shape. It is cash discount that can appear in the T-shape. Okay, so let's see which amount is entered in the customer's account to record the sale. Credit customer buy goods with a list price of 1,000. Okay, who are we in this question? We are not customer here. Okay, we are the supplier. Okay, because it mentions customer. Trade discount is 30%. Cash discount is 10%. Honestly speaking, the question is not so clear cut. It doesn't tell you whether it is with cash or with check or on credit, right? But you try to recall when you sell goods. If you collect cash on the spot, you will debit cash, credit sales. If you collect check on the spot, you will debit bank, credit sales. If you sell goods on credit, you will debit the customer's account, credit sales. Agree? Okay, these are all from the part 3. Okay, in which situation? So you have situation A, situation B, situation C. Okay, in which situation you will touch the customer's account? Yep, correct. Okay, one of you told me, ask me whether it's on credit, because it says which amount is entered in the customer's account to record the sales. So the one that I've highlighted here indicates it must be on credit, because it says it's asking you what should be entered in the customer's account. No, we are not the customer. Just now I mentioned already, we are not the customer. We are the supplier. We are the supplier. Okay, because they use the word customer here, then it's not customer. We are not customer. How to tell? How to explain this? A credit customer buy goods, then our customer. Okay. When you see the word business, business is usually us. So our position is not mentioned here. But when they use the word customer, customer is not us. Okay, customer is not us. Okay, and just now I said that since it says how much is entered in the customer's account, then it indicates that it's on credit. It's on credit. And another reason I know that we are not customer here, because it says to record the sale. Why do you record the sale? Because we are supplier. Agree? Okay. Which amount is entered to record the sale? Okay. That means we are supplier. Because it says sale. Okay, so it's on credit. Okay, sell goods on credit to customer. Original price is 1,000. Trade discount 30%. Can you apply the cash discount right now? No. Cash discount is meant for meant to be given when the customer settle the debt. But has the customer make payment? Not yet. So we are not sure whether cash discount can be given or not yet. Ignore the cash discount. Cash discount is not useful here. Okay, cash discount doesn't need to be used here. Okay, how do you record? You will debit customer and credit sales, right? So in the customer's account, you will write a figure here. Then you write sales here. Now, question is, what amount should appear here? Okay, how much would customer owe to us? How much would customer owe to us? it is 1000 times 70%. Why times 70%? Because I have to deduct the 30%. I have to deduct the 30%. So answer is 700. C. Answer is C. Okay, because that's the amount customer would owe to us. Trade discount, you can apply it right now. Because when customer buy goods on credit from us, it means that we have sent goods to the customer. We have sent goods to the customer. And why can I apply the trade discount here? Trade discount is for buying in large quantities, right? Okay, so here carefully, would you know how much customers have bought when you send goods to them? Would you know how much customers have bought when you send goods to them? Of course, yes. Otherwise, how much goods do you know you have to send to them, right? That's why you can apply the trade discount here. Logical, okay? Because when you send the goods to them, you should know how much they have bought. So it is at this point that you can apply the trade discount. That's why I applied the trade discount and I got 700 here. That's the amount customer owe to us. Yeah, so this question, the tricky part is don't use the cash discount. Don't use the cash discount. Customers has yet to pay. Okay, again, 5 to 10 seconds. You digest, okay? And then I move on to the next one. Hope we can finish this paper today. Next lesson, paper 2. Okay, yeah, seems like you are okay. Now we see the next question. Okay, here are tab entries involving discounts. Tab entries involving discounts. I see a few persons' name here. That's why we have to find out who are we, and then what is our name. Okay, what is our name, and we as customer or supplier have to know very well. See the requirement sentences. Which entries record this payment in Yudoka spokes? Okay, that means we are Yudoka. Okay, now next is to find out we are customer or supplier by observing other sentences. Yudoka bought goods on credit from franchise. That means we are customer here. Okay. Bought goods on credit from franchise. 1,000. Okay. Is this what you need to record right now? No, it's not about the payment. Okay. The question is not asking you to record the first one. They're asking you to record the second one, the second sentence. Yudoka paid franchise by check after deducting 3% cash discount. Okay. Now, how much are we paying? We are paying 1,000 times 97%. Agree? Okay. So why can I apply the cash discount here? Because now we are making payment. We are Yudoka. You are now settling the debt. So you can apply the cash discount now. You know whether you deserve the cash discount or not here. So apply the cash discount. So does the question tell you that we pay on time or we pay punctually? They don't mention, right? But you should assume that we should deserve the 3% cash discount because it's given here. And they don't mention otherwise also, right? They don't say that we don't deserve the cash discount. They don't say otherwise. They don't mention otherwise. So we have to assume we can apply the cash discount. 970 is the amount that we paid. Paid by what? By check, right? By check. Okay, now you can rule out some answers now. You can try to rule out some answers here. We should credit bank 970, agree? Because you make payment with check. Okay. Now A and B are wrong. So A and C are wrong. A and C are wrong. Next. We are customer, right? We are customer, right? So the cash discount is known as discount received. Agree? We are customer. So the cash discount is known as discount received. B is not the answer. Answer is D. Okay, now let's try to understand the entries here. Okay, the first sentence, the one I'm highlighting in yellow now, it makes us owing money to franchise, right? Okay, if you want to observe the T accounts, I draw for you. When you bought goods on credit from franchise, you will credit franchise 1,000 here. Then here you will write purchases. Okay, can see? Okay. That means we started to owe franchise $1,000. I know I should also have the purchases account. Okay, let me draw for you also. Purchases account 1,000 here, here write franchise. Okay, consequently, we make payment. Let me draw properly, okay? Too crowded. Consequently, we make payment 970. So we credit bank, debit franchise. Okay, because once you have paid 970, it makes you owe less to franchise. It makes us owing less to franchise. Agree? Okay, but do you still owe franchise the $30? No, the $30 is the cash discount. So how to record the cash discount? You debit franchise, credit the discount receipt account. These are how all the tab entries appear. So this is discount receipt account. Here write 30, here write 30. Okay, the details are also filled up for you in case you are confused. These are how it looks like. Okay, okay, I think you are okay. Now, next question. Which entry records the transaction in the flower shop's books? Flower shop's books. Okay, sounds weird. Books. Oh, books. Okay, it's talking about, I thought is literally the books that they are buying here. Okay, books means the accounting books. Okay, the ledger book. It's asking you how you record it in the flower shop's books. So we are operating the flower shop. Okay, we are operating the flower shop. Receive an invoice. Receive an invoice. Who would receive an invoice? Who would send an invoice? So it's testing you on part 4. Invoice is always sent by the supplier to the customer. When we receive an invoice means we buy goods on credit. We buy goods on credit because you are receiving invoice. Okay, so we buy goods on credit. We are the customer here. Maybe you are thinking, why we buy goods? Why we have to buy the plants? When you run the flower shop, you must buy first before you sell to customer, right? You must buy from maybe the what we call it orchard. Is it orchard? Okay, those places where they plant flowers. Okay, you buy from them, then only you sell to the customers. Unless you tell me that you plant yourself, then you plug yourself, then you sell to customers yourself. Then that's another story. Flower shop received an invoice for 200 plants, $5 each, less 20% trade discount from A field. The plants were bought on credit and for resale. This is telling for resale means you are dealing with goods. You are buying goods here. Okay, for resale. Bought on credit. Actually, they don't have to tell us it's bought on credit because it has indicated that it's on credit. Invoice means it is on credit. Okay. Okay. Now, how should you record? We are buying goods on credit. We have to debit purchases, credit air fuel. Now, rule out B and D. B and D are not the answers. Either A or C. Now, can you apply the trade discount right now? Okay, let me copy and paste this question, then I answer you. Okay, so that the rest know what I'm answering. So one of you is asking me, the resale here is meant us selling again the plants or the airfield sell the plants again. No, we are flower shop. We are flower shop. Flower shop, what does a flower shop do? Flower shop, of course, sells flower. So now we are buying from A field, then we will sell to the customers later on. Yeah, that's the meaning. A field is the planters. A field plants all the flowers. We are flower shop, we buy from A field, then we will sell to customers later on. Resale means resale here means we sell to customer. We are flower shop. Okay, now we are buying the flowers from A field. How much is it? You have to deduct the 20% discount. So you take $5 times 80% times 200. If you want to times 20% first, then only you minus, up to you, okay? But I like to use the shortcut here, okay? When you want to deduct the discount, you can straight away apply this discount. Because discount is 20%, you times 80%, you can immediately get the amount after discount, okay? Times 80%, then you times 200. What would you get? $800. Answer is C. Okay, answer is C. Okay, one of you is asking, the reason we can apply the trade discount here is because the suppliers, the A field should know how much we are buying right now. Agree? The 200 plants. That's why trade discount can be applied here. Okay, trade discount is given when you buy a lot. Okay, so yeah, correct, Crystal, you're right. Okay, so okay, 5 to 10 seconds, then move on to the next question. Okay, digest it. If you have question, you ask, and then we see the next question. Okay, most of you go for your exam in May, June 2022. One of you is going for the exam in October, November next year. Okay, so still have a lot of time, but it doesn't mean that you should not try to catch up now. Okay, try to catch up as early as possible if you feel that you have problems. Okay, now next one. In which book of prime entry, or you call it book of original entry? Okay, synonym. Okay, this synonym is mentioned in the part 4. Are invoices issued by a trader recorded? Okay. When you see the word trader, it means us. Okay, we are a trader here. Issued by a trader. That means the trader sent the invoice, right? That means we must be the supplier. Okay, because it says issued by the trader. An invoice is always sent by the supplier to the customer. Okay, so what we are doing here, we must be selling goods on credit. When you sell goods on credit, where do you record it? Answer is C. Okay, let me tell you again how I solve this. It says invoices issued by a trader. Okay, and I don't see any other persons here. That means we are a trader. So we issue the invoice. That means we are supplier, because suppliers always send invoices to the customer. Okay, not the other way around. And it indicates we sell goods on credit. That's why it is C. Okay, we always record credit sales into the sales journal. Okay, okay, this is quite straightforward. Unless you interpret it wrongly. Okay, okay, 5 to 10 seconds, then we see the next one. Okay, next one on the same page. Where are personal accounts of customers who buy goods on credit found? Where do customers' accounts appear? Earlier, we mentioned a book that contains the 3 sections. Remember, I drew for you to see. This one. Okay, where are customers' account? Here in the sales ledger. So right, sales ledger. Common mistake made by students, they go through C. C is wrong. Okay, C is a book of prime entry. That's not where you contain the customer's account. Okay, not C. C is you can call it a list of credit sales. Okay, you can see a list of credit sales in the sales journal. Yeah, okay. Once again, I wait for 5 to 10 seconds, then I see the next one. Okay, now what is cash discount? Easy. Allowance given to customer for paying in cash? No. Okay, don't tell me that you see the word cashier, then it's linked to cash. No, that's just the name of a discount. Okay, the name of a discount. An allowance given to a customer for prompt payment. Yeah, this is the answer. Okay, let's see the rest. Deduction from the list price of goods bought by a customer. Deduction from list price. List price means original price. Okay, when you make the deduction from the list price, it means this is the first stage of discount. This must be talking about the first stage of discount because you deduct it from the list price. This is talking about 3 discount. Okay, C is about 3 discount. Deduction from the list price of goods for bulk buying by a customer. It's the same thing as C. 3 discount. Okay, let me explain again. Yeah. The C, they say they minus from list price. When you minus from list price, it must be the first discount that they are talking about here. It must be the first stage of discount they are talking about here. And the first stage of discount is 3 discount. And the D, it says deduct from this price as well, but they further describe to you is for buying in bulk. So very always is also 3 discount. Okay, that's the same thing, C and D, the same thing. You're asking cash discount is an allowance. In English, allowance means you allow somebody to take the discount. You allow somebody to take the discount. That's the meaning. The allowance here doesn't mean you give somebody allowance in the form of money. No, that's not the thing here. Allowance here means giving discount. Yeah, that's the word they use here. Okay, it's not like giving allowance to somebody for somebody to live his life or her life. Okay, it's not the allowance here. Previous question, if they say BOPE, is it A? It depends on how you phrase the question. If you sell goods on credit, then it's A. If they ask you, where do you record credit? Sorry, not sell goods, purchases. Okay. If they ask you, where do you record credit purchases? That means you buy goods on credit, then your answer will be A. Okay, but here is asking you, where do all the customers account appear? Customer A account, customer B account, customer C account. They're asking you where this appear. They are in the sales ledger. Okay. Okay, again, 5 to 10 seconds, then we see the next question. Hold on, yeah, let me press the charges button. Okay, back here. So a few minutes to go. I don't think we can finish discussing all the questions yet, but we can continue next week. You see, when you if you finish the paper, you must do it within 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay. Of course, when you are ready, okay, when you are ready, you must do it within 1 hour and 15 minutes. When we discuss, for sure we will spend more than 1 hour and 15 minutes because I have to take the time to explain to you, right? So yeah, that's my point. We will always spend more time to discuss than the ones stated here, than the timer, than the duration that's stated there. Okay, now next question. Next question is this one. Where will the tab entry appear? Total of sale return journal is posted to the sale returns account. This is testing you on the sale return journal, one of the 7 book of prime entry. This is how sale return journal work. Let's say you are doing it for January 2021. Whenever customer return goods to us, we will record into the sales return journal. So let's say on the 5th of January, customer name Ali return goods to us, and the worth of the goods is 100. Okay, Ali is our customer. Customer return goods to us. Ali return goods to us on the 5th. Hear carefully. On the same day as January 5th, you will transfer the 100 to the credit side of Ali account. Then here you write sales returns. You do it on the same day, okay, January 5th. And then let's say you have another customer who returned goods to us on the 7th. This customer is named Abu, and the worth of the goods is 200. Okay, that means Abu returned some goods worth $200 back to us on the 7th. Also hear carefully, on the same day, you will transfer this figure to Abu's account credit side. It's going to make Abu owing less to us. Okay. At the end of the month, remember, we have to total it up. Then here write total for the month. Here write 31st, which is end of the month. And on the same day, you will transfer this figure to sales returns account, debit side. Common mistake made by students, they go and split the 300 into 100 and 200 individually. No, don't split. If you split it, then it's wrong. Okay, so must put the 300 there. Then you write total for the month here. Okay, I mentioned this a lot when we were doing the part 4, especially when we were doing the part 11 also, correction of accounting error. Remember, in correction of accounting error, they tested you a lot on books of prime entry, sales return journal, sales journal, purchase journal, and purchase return journal. They test you on cash book, petty cash book, okay, in the part 11. Okay, here write total for the month. See the question now. So this is how sales return journal work. Total of the sales return journal is posted to the sales returns account, okay, just like what I mentioned here. Okay, posted to the sales returns account debit side. They're asking you, where will the double entry appear? Okay, basically this line is asking you, where does the other entry appear? Where does the other entry appear? Okay, because when you have debit, you must have credit, right? And the first line tells you that they have done the debit entry, and the next line tells you, is asking you, where does the credit entry appear? Yeah, that's the question. They're asking you, where does the credit entry appear? They are in the customer's account credit side. Answer C. Because debtors means customers, creditors means suppliers. Okay, Ali is our debtor who return goods to us. Abu is our debtor who return goods to us. Okay, they can also test you on the debit and credit as well. In fact, they can tell you, they can have another option, maybe option E, debtors accounts, in bracket, they write credit side. If they do so, and then for the C, they wrote debit side, then your answer must be E, okay? If they have another option, option E, okay, let's say, then your answer will be E, because E is on the credit side of the customer's account. You get the idea? Okay, because it's on the credit side, okay, in the customer's account. Okay, yeah, so here, don't worry, in the exam, you don't see option E, okay? You will never see option E. You will only have 4 options. So let me erase it, don't confuse you. So answer is C. Okay, you record the other entry in the customer's account, debtor's accounts. Okay, so 5 to 10 seconds before we dismiss. If you have questions, you ask. Otherwise, then you can, you may leave. Okay, if you have time, please do the questions. Okay, so that you would learn much better when you are in the discussion with me here. Bye, Wenjin. Bye. Okay, if you have no problem, you can say goodbye. Okay, bye, Kelly. No problem. Welcome, everyone. Oh, how come it's not B? Because Ali and Abu are not our supplier. Creditor means supplier. Creditor means supplier. When you record into the sales return journal, it means customer return goods to us. Sales returns means customer return goods to us. And Ali and Abu here are our customers. No, creditors are people whom we owe money to them. The other way around. You thought of it the other way around. Debtors are people who owe money to us. You got it the other way around. Yes. You have misunderstood. Okay. Okay. So have a nice day. See you next week at the same time. Bye bye.